Shalom, shalom. Before this is your brother Dah. Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all praises and glory to the Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Rakakadash, and I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, of whom I learned from. I want to use a couple seconds off of a video by the band called Deftones. They are all Northern Kingdom except for the drummer. The drummer, I believe, is what appears to be an Edomite. They've been a band active for about 20 years. This is alternative rock. For those of you who don't like this music, I apologize. I absolutely love it. I want to use some actual clips in this video. This video that I'm going to show, I've been listening to this band forever, but I never saw this video until 2 years ago. And it was after I woke up, and I noticed some things that I can actually link up to some of the dark sayings in the precepts. I just want to use a little bit of the video. I want to say fair use. This is only for educational purposes only. I am not getting paid off of this. This is for educational purpose only. I'm going to use a couple of seconds of the video, and then I'm going to go into the Tabernacle of David and the beautiful arrangement. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. What did you notice? Okay, you saw some girls scantily clad. I want to ask for maturity on this because I'm not trying to promote that. But I want to go into the scriptures, and I want to go back to right here. Did you see that? Right there. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Right there. Dang it. I'm trying to stop it. Let me see if I can do it this way. I'm trying to... All right. You see that? You and the law. Now, I don't know what book that is. I think I looked it up. But if you see that, it says you and the law. And then you see truth. You see a bunch of books as the guy as he's stringing on his harp, his electric guitar, the modern day harp. As it keeps going, what else do you see? I'm gonna turn the You see books. Where are they coming? They're falling from the sky, aka the firmament. What is that precept? I will open up the books in the firmament. I'm just using this as a backdrop, you guys. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I have been thinking about this on this video. The books I will open up the books in the firmament, going into the unicorn. Firmament, how you spell firmament? In the firmament, and our teachers, okay, 2nd Ezra 6:20, this is prophecy, right? And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. What are tokens? Those are signs, right? The world that shall vanish away is talking about Esau. And one of the signs of Esau's vanishing away is the book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see altogether. What are the books? The mysteries, the secrets, the new song, the name Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi, the 100% truth, known as the new song, the Tabernacle of David, the 1/3 elect, understanding this with the remaining innumerable multitude. Let me see what the next precept says. And the children of 1 year old. So no. So I wanted to check that. So you see this, right? So I'm going back to this video. And you see these women, right? It's a bunch of women, really attractive girls. They're all in bikinis or some type of lingerie. They're really attractive looking. I want to attempt to speak into that, because what are we? We are the comely woman that went astray as a harlot by believing and following after the philosophies and the wine of the heathen, then Esau, right? Which we were then, it was so bad that finally we were called whores in Ezekiel. And through the blood of Yahawashi and the mercy of the Most High and the time of our punishment coming to an end, we are now being restored back into our virginity, hoping to be the elect by repenting, acknowledging our transgressions of our whoredoms, our adulteries, and forsaking the strange woman, the philosophies of Esau, Edom, and stepping away from the whore of the mystery Babylon, and facing the east, calling upon the names of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. And now we are being washed off in this doctrine, the washing of the water of the word. And the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is bringing us back into the wise virgin state, right? And what are we doing? We're playing prophecy, the correct understanding, the sound doctrine, the 100% truth. We are lifting our voices up like trumpets, and we are playing on the harps. And everything is likened unto music, an army, a government, a family, a beautiful, harmonious arrangement. Look a little bit longer, and I'm going to turn it off. As we play on the harp, as we study the scriptures, as we listen to the prophets, we are all growing and learning this knowledge. We're getting louder and louder, declaring the truth, declaring Yahawashi, declaring the falling of Mystery Babylon and Esau, Edom, breaking down these mysteries and these secrets. It is likened unto this precept found in Revelations 14. Revelations 14. Right? And I heard, and so that music is loud, right? I personally like it. I know a lot of other cats, Judas, may not like it, or I'm assuming some of us don't like it. I like it a lot. But look, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. That goes into the doctrine. That goes into the just understanding the whole scroll, the whole roll. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters. So this is loud. And as the voice of a great thunder, even louder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung, as it were, a new song. Now, I'm not trying to impose my choice of music onto this, but we all have different styles, right? But we're all in agreement with the same doctrine. And they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Okay, these are they which were not defiled with women. So we came out of looking like these girls right here, right? So I want to venture to say, in the video, we were these, and when I say girls, I'm talking about harlots. I'm speaking spiritually. We were whorish, we were adulterous, we were on the wrong philosophies, we were drinking, we were drunk on that wine. And through the mercy and the grace of Yahweh B'Shem Yahawashi, through the blood of Yahawashi, we are coming out, becoming like wise virgins. We're no longer foolish virgins, right? So these are they, verse 4. These are they which are not defiled with women. This is not talking about physical women. It's talking about those philosophies, those spiritual philosophies of the world that are contrary to the wisdom, knowledge, understanding that is specific to Yasharallah, and mainly the elect, that new song. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God. We're not into speaking lies or deception. So I was looking at some precepts, and I got a whole bunch of them. I didn't completely understand the harmonious arrangement up until today. I mean, I understood that it meant the government, but I got some more insight onto the harmonious arrangement, and I was just like, wow, man. So now I'm going to do a lesson on what I was shown, and how it ties into the tabernacle of David. So let's go here. So this is the famous John 3:16, and this is where this having to teach, what to undo what Christianity teaches. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. So we understand that the scriptures are written in dark sayings. They're written in secrets and riddles, similitudes that have to be opened up, and it takes a spirit of wisdom. And you also have to be qualified by being born in the correct seed line to even qualify to open these up. And so we know that the word world now no longer means planet, but the word world means right there. It's cosmos. It's G2889. And the first definition is harmonious arrangement or constitution, order, government. So when you go back, so there goes the word world. You see G2889 next to it. You look up there, you see G2889, and it means cosmos. And the definition of cosmos are these definitions you see underneath it. Nowhere in these definitions do you see all the nations of the planet. But what you do see is harmonious arrangement, a constitution, an order, and a government. It doesn't say governments. It says government. That's singular. So all the governments of the world we are now seeing are trying to become one, right? And that's not good. That's an abomination, right? So we know that this also doesn't mean that. For God so loved the whole world, one unified group of people. That's not how this works, man. This is talking about the government. It's talking about the harmonious arrangement of Israel. Okay? So let's go over here. Harmonious arrangement. Look at the definition. Harmonious arrangement is correct and usable in written English. You would typically use it when describing a plan or an idea that is composed of different parts that work well together. For example, I was surprised how easily all the components of the wedding day fit together in a harmonious arrangement. It's crazy that they're using a wedding as the definition point of this, because that's also part of the truth, that we are going to get remarried. We hope to get remarried as the hopeful elect to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi, because we were divorced for our harlotries. Look at this. So I wanted to pull out that word compose, because that is exactly what Yahweh has done with this book. He has written everything, and Yahawashi conducts what his father Yahweh has composed. Look at the definition. Write or create a work of art, especially music or poetry. He composed the first violin sonata 4 years ago. The second one says constitute or make up a whole. The system is composed of a group of machines. So a composition is something that is written out, and there has to be an author to that composition, right? Well, that author is the Most High, and his name is Yahweh, and he has a son. And look what the conductor does. A person who directs the performance of an orchestra or choir. He was appointed principal conductor of the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra. Second one, a person in charge of a train, streetcar, or other public conveyance who collects fares and sells tickets. So we go back to Revelations 14, and what do you see? You see the conductor conducting what was written by his father with the orchestra. Who's the orchestra? The 144,000 chosen. It's all right here. Look. And I looked, and lo, a lamb. This is a band, you guys. He's the front man. And all the 144, they're all playing in this instrument. They're all playing their instruments, just like what you see here. Bear with me in my choice of music, and I apologize, Salakia, to those who may not be into that certain type of vibration or sound. I apologize. I'm just trying to be a little colorful here. But look at this, verse 14. And I looked, and lo, a lamb standing on Mount Zion, a person who directs the performance of an orchestra, right? And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood in Mount Zion, and with him 144,000. There goes your orchestra, you guys. Having his father's name, and the father is the composer of everything that Yahawashi conducts, which is prophecy, dark sayings, speeches and secrets, parables, and we're going to go further into this. Look at this. It's awesome, man. So we see these words, and when we bring them back into the scriptures, we see the original foundation of the original person that this is all talking about. So look at this. You got chief musician, which is also the conductor, right? So all the Psalms, so many of the Psalms start off as to the chief musician, right? What's the chief musician? Right there. H53, 29. And it's to excel, to be bright, right? To bring light, illuminate, to be preeminent, be perpetual, to be overseer, to be enduring the act of as overseer or superintendent or director or chief. So to the chief musician and all of those attributes, you got to be bright, to excel, to be preeminent, to be overseer, right? And we know that the tabernacle of David, the Psalms, we understand that King David was a prophet, and that he sang prophecies. We understand that he physically played instruments, more than one. Just like Prince is known for having an ingenious ability to play like over 21 instruments, and he could sing, and he can completely conduct and direct. He can write all the music and direct all the musicians on stage with himself. Of course, he did it as a 2/3. He did it for the world. He did it in Esau's kingdom, but he was a Jake. Well, here we see King David. He physically played instruments. He was a man after the Most High's heart, and he opened up his dark sayings and prophetic utterance, and every other man that he had in his tabernacle with him could do the same thing on their instrument. It's when you start seeing, it's like, holy crap, bro. So you keep going to excel. And so Harmonious. So back to what it says in John 3:16, talking about the government, Mount Zion, the elect, the New Jerusalem, right? The temple, the bodies of the elect men of Israel, right? And including the 1/3 innumerable multitude. That's the harmonious arrangement, right? And all of these functions come with it, or a part of it. So we got harmonious, sounding together tunefully, right? Go down a little bit. Harmony, a combination of tones pleasing to the ear. Harmony, also the name of a musical instrument. Crazy. Look at this, man. And so we got arrangement, act of arranging, the act of putting in proper order. This is Yahawashi's conducting of the composition. Let everything be done decently in order. Okay? This is where your law, statutes, and commandments come in. This is where your understanding of holiness and righteousness, the whole functionality of the temple, which is our heritage, the way we express ourselves as a nation in the earth. This is our order. And we're coming back into that order by submitting to our husband, by repenting from being adulterers, from that philosophy, that wine, and we're coming back into this truth, and we're getting washed off, and we're coming under order, right? The sense in music, adaptation of a composition to voices over instruments, or to a purpose for which it has not been designed. This is insane. This is what the government, the ruling class of Yasharallah, is attributed to. So now it makes sense when you see Jake dancing, singing, speaking slang words, even down to the dress, the whole vibration. Now, unfortunately, predominantly we see it on TV in the form of the 2/3, but they're still Israelites, and so their abilities, their salt, so to speak, was given to them by Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi. They're just corpses because they're in the congregation of the dead. They don't have the breath and they don't understand who they are, but they still have the ability to function. They're just not in order. But this is crazy. When you see all this stuff, man, it's like, damn, look at a range to draw up a line of battle. Now this goes into your war. This goes into your worship war. This goes into your prophetic war. This goes into us chanting and speaking with the harps. What goes into, oh man, so okay. So look at this. Let's pull that up. I just got it. It just came to, in this manner they must be killed. In this manner, I'll use this. In this manner, I just did a lesson on it. In this manner, they must be killed. Going into when we speak fire, they must be killed. Because we don't use weapons. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. They are mighty through the power to the pulling down of strongholds. When we speak, just like when we were marching around just like that. Just got it. When we were marching around silently around the walls of Jericho, we would march around one day, and then we would blow the shofar. We would blow the trumpet. Nothing said. We would march around another day, blow the shofar. Nothing said. No one, the commandment was given to not even say anything. And so Jericho's looking at us. What are these dudes doing? And we're doing exactly what the instruction, the secret that was given to us to do. And 1, 2, 3, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. So on the 7th day, we marched around 7 times. And then we shouted, and the walls fell down. And that's exactly what is happening to Esau's kingdom right now. Every time we lift up this harping, music, prophetic utterance, we're seeing right here to draw up to a range, a harmonious arrangement. It's music, it's prophecy, it's dark speech, it's the holy, it's the true names of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi, and the new song and understanding of the doctrine, the 100% doctrine and order that comes with that. And now it's line for battle, and we speak. And what does it say? Revelations 11:15. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeds out of their mouth. It's talking about the 2 witnesses, right? The northern and southern kingdom. These are so go back 1 verse 4. These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the Most High of the earth, right? And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeds out of their mouth and devours their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. How do we kill them? Look at this. If you speak this word, if you speak this word, I will make this people wood and your words fire. If you speak this word, I will. Let me see, that should pull it up. Yep, boom. So Jeremiah 5:14, therefore thus saith Yahweh, the God of hosts, the God of armies, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words, my order, my composition that Yahawashi is conducting, my words in your mouth will be fire, and the people you are speaking my words to shall become wood, and it shall devour them. Bam. There's another precept. To the law, and to the testimony, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, and that it's to the law. So it links to, so we have to know the words. We have to be in order with the harmonious arrangement with what's being conducted by Yahawashi based on what his Father has composed. So to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them, and we know light goes into wisdom. It just keeps getting better. So look at this. So 2 Samuel 6. So this is some of the breakdown of the tabernacle of David, which is the foundation or the order of all of this stuff that we're talking about. It's 2 Samuel 6, when King David is bringing the ark back into his house. It's a celebration. So I'm going to read. This is verse 13 in chapter 6 of 2 Samuel. And it was so that when they that bear the ark of Yahweh had gone 6 paces, he sacrificed oxen and fatlings. And David danced. I looked up that word. It means to whirl, not to twirl, to whirl. It's like a more masculine spinning, and just a violent, an awesome expression of a man after the Most High's heart and celebrating, bro. It's intense, man. And so David danced before Yahweh with all his might, and David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of Yahweh with the shouting and with the sound of the trumpet. So there goes noise. This is all in order, of course, but there's an exuberant, loud celebration and trumpets. So you got instruments, you have voices lifted up, you have whirling, spinning movements before the Ark of the Covenant. This is 17 in verse 6, 2 Samuel. And they brought in the Ark of Yahweh and set it in its place in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. So there goes your tabernacle of David. And David offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before Yahweh. And we also understand that we are also now these living sacrifices, going to camp, doing these lessons, fasting in our personal and private life, praying, going out onto the street corners and declaring this truth, and just living a consecrated life, right? And there's one more. And David's verse 5 in 2 Samuel 6. And David and all the house of Yasharallah played before Yahweh on all manner of instruments made of fir wood, even on harps and on psalteries and on timbrels and on cornets and on cymbals. So you see, there's a lot of sounds. There's a lot of words. There's a lot of movement going on with this. Of course, it's all in order, but this is. It encompasses it. And there's a form of war that's involved in this too. Dude, this is awesome, man. Psalms 1. So look at this. So Psalms 49 and 4. 49. I will incline mine ear to a parable. I will open my dark sayings upon the harp. And then I looked at the parable and dark saying, 49 and 3. My mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding. And we know that the Israelites are clothed with wisdom and understanding. That's the sun and the moon at our head and our feet, right? So here goes the blue letter for Psalms 49 and 4, and you can see parable right there. Go down two notches. It's H4912. So H4912 is Masal. It's proverb, parable, proverbial saying, aphorism, byword, similitude, parable, poem, sentences of ethical wisdom, ethical maxim. So there goes your lyrical speech, your poetic speech, your riddle, mysterious speech, the ability to break them down and to speak them, right? And then this is H2420. Go back. Now go down to dark saying on the bottom of Psalms 49 4 right here in the blue letter. It's H24 Salakia, H2420. My dark saying. It's Hada. And you can see what it says. Riddle, difficult question, parable, enigmatic saying or question, perplexing saying or question, riddle, dark, obscure utterance, riddle, enigma, to be guessed, perplexing questions, difficult, double dealing with Haven. So this is going into the all of this, and I'm sure there's a whole lot more. This is just what came into me today. I was meditating, and that harmonious arrangement came up, and it just opened up. I remember I was like, I don't even remember the exact thought. I was driving and it freaked me out, and I was like, oh my God. So I started doing screenshots, and I was like, yeah, I need to do this lesson when I get home. So this is all going into the harmonious arrangement, man, and what the world is. If you look at even in Yahawashi's what do you call it? His robe, the high priest robe, in the 4 rows was the world. In the long robe in the 4 rows. Let me see. In the 4 rows was the world. Let me see. In the 4 rows was the world. I believe I'm paraphrasing it. It's in the Wisdom of Solomon. Okay, yep. So look at this. Intense. Talking about the high priest garment, and we know Yahawashi is the high priest now, and he's dressed like this when he goes before his father, and when he prays for the elect of Yasharallah, and the 1/3 innumerable multitude of Israel represented on his chest, those 12 stones, each stone being a glistering stone representing a tribe of Israel, completing the 12 tribes of Israel. For in the long garment was the whole world, and the 4 rows of the stones was the glory of the Father's graven, and thy majesty upon the diadem of his head. And what's written on the head or the forehead of the high priest? Holiness unto Yahweh, I believe. Or is that no? And on his shoulders he has the onyx stones, and he's got 12 names of the 12 tribes on one shoulder, and 12 names of the 12 tribes on another shoulder, and then he's got them on his chest. And this is how Yahawashi is draped. He's wearing a long robe. I believe it's blue. It's also like a type of red, like a scarlet, I think, and like a purplish, I think. I'm paraphrasing it, and each color means something, and the material, everything means something. And I believe that there's bells and pomegranates on that. It's a bell and a pomegranate, that's on the bottom of the border of his robe. So when he moves, you can hear the chiming, the sound, the vibration of his movement on the bottom of his robes, as those bells and pomegranates move back and forth with the movement of his feet and his legs. And he's doing this before Yahweh, and he's offering incense, and he also is incense, frankincense and myrrh. And there's a couple of other incenses he mentions about himself in Wisdom of Solomon, but I forgot them. They're very sweet smells, man. So this is, man, you guys, it's gonna be, and then, oh my God. And then when you add you add spiritual powers and the glorified body, the everlasting tabernacles to this, we have it, what eyes and ears have not seen or heard, what the Most High has for those that love Him. What's that? I'm gonna end it with this, but man, I apologize for my giddiness, man, but I'm starting to get really. I want to go into Jacob's trouble like this. I want to be so intoxicated off of who Yahawashi is and what the Most High has done with us, that Jacob's trouble, and again, I respectfully I'm trying to say this in balance. I'm not trying to foolishly speak about what is encapsulated or written within Jacob's trouble, because that's the straight gate, man. It's called the straight gate for a reason. But I don't believe it needs to be paralyzingly fearful for those of us who are learning this truth and realizing what we did, how the Most High has composed this whole thing. The what does he say? With great labor I have perfected my plan. And just looking back, now that we are awake, right now in 2024 in Mystery Babylon, You guys, we know the name of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi. For those of us brothers who are not official GMS members, but we listen to GMS and we follow and take instruction from GMS. Do you understand that can't even happen without Yahawashi, without Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi allowing that? It has to be sanctioned. You can't hear, for everything that I've learned and seen proven over the years, every time I've seen another Israelite camp teach something that's false, and then just the tons of brothers in GMS that will put up a lesson in all these different states, different camps, showing why what that camp said was wrong, and seeing that example play out every day and every week and every month and every year since I have been awake, since I have been watching GMS. I'm just like, wow, the fact that those of us that can listen and do listen to GMS, that's a very huge sign of the mercy and grace being poured on us to be able to stand in front of these men and listen to these men and support these men. And then hopefully want to be able to cross the line one day as we stand on the other side, once we've been vetted. And if Yahawashi gives the green light, we can come across. But either way, we're hearing this truth, man, and I'm learning more and more of it, bro. I remember when I first heard about Jacob's trouble and I started reading Second Ezra. I'm not gonna lie, man. I had a stomach ache, a little pit in my stomach for about 5 months, because I was reading and I was getting understanding, but I didn't know that I was getting understanding, because I didn't know if I didn't know for sure if what I was reading and the way it was hitting my spirit, like being pilgrims, I was like, that means that we're going to be, some of us, for the most part, we're going to be homeless. We're going to be moving around. That's what that means. But I was like, damn, and I didn't understand. And now I understand. And now that I understand more and more, but I'm seeing what Yahawashi has done for us and what it was that he gave us, and then he took it away, and now he's giving it back. And now it's evident that all our lovers have been taken from us, all our past lives and the things our nation has done by committing adultery against the Most High, by wanting to be like the nations and to serve their gods. And now it's so evident that all of them, one, they cannot be our friends because they're incapable and they're beneath us, because we are supposed to be above them. They don't have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So that just disqualifies them from being able to understand who we are. Two, we're the head nation. We're not supposed to be underneath them, and we're not supposed to be trimming our ways to seek love. We're to get all of our needs met from Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi and our brothers, our fellow servants, the prophets, man. That's our table. That's our portion of fellowship, the brotherhood, man. And that's all you need, bro. Amos 3:3. How can you walk together? How can two walk together unless they be agreed? I didn't understand. And I can go on forever, but I've learned all this because of the blessing of who the men of GMS are, man. And I thank Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi for the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and all of the captains and all of the bishops and soldiers that are in GMS, and all of the affiliate camps teaching the same truth, man. I'm learning so much more now, and I'm so thankful for what Yahawashi has done, bro. And I'm getting excited though, man. And I'm becoming more scared. I'm more scared of being rejected by Yahawashi and his prophets than I am of going through Jacob's trouble, man. Jacob's trouble is no longer to me about survival. I view it as it's the last furnace in the 7-part burning or cleansing of gold, that we have to go through that burning furnace one last time to get all the last remainder dross out of us so that we are pure gold. That is how I'm beginning to view Jacob's trouble like that. And I'm more fearful of being rejected by the prophets, the men of GMS and affiliate camps who teach this truth, because I'm seeing so much the beauty. And then it makes sense. It's a just thing to have judgment come upon you for us to reject this truth, for us to count Yahawashi and everything that Yahweh has done with him and this truth and the prophets, to count that an unclean or a common thing, One deserves punishment for that. This story, this composition, this new song, there is nothing in the universe like it, man. And I'm a witness because I'm learning the lyrics daily. I don't have this song down to a pack, but every day the Spirit's teaching me. Every day I listen to lessons, and I'm growing more and more understanding, and I'm blown away, man. I am completely blown away. And I completely forgot what precept I was gonna get another precept, man. Damn. Sheesh, I can't even remember. Talking too much, man. That's Salakia. But gosh, now I want to know which precept, because I'm gonna hear the lesson and be like, oh, you could have. So, but yeah, man. Just I'm looking at this, man. I wanna come through like pure gold. But the Tabernacle of David, the harmonious arrangement, I didn't know any of this stuff as a Christian. I understood, as a Christian, that the idea, it's pretty intense. Wow, I was saved from hell. I gave my life to Jesus, Caesar Borgia. And that to me was pretty intense. Wow. And then that's it. There was so many questions, so many other things that weren't making sense, man. Now that my eyes are opened and I'm awake in this truth and I'm having this doctrine taught to me, it's like, good Lord, nothing on this earth. Yahawashi has to be here and ruling from the throne of David. This planet sucks right now, man. Everything is out of order. Everything is inverted. It's all messed up. And I understand that precept. The whole creation groans for the redemption of the sons of God. And I understand that those sons of God are the elect, the hopefully elect of Israel, specific to them. It's not talking about anybody else. But Salaki, I forgot I was going to get another precept. I can't even remember what it is. I'm gonna stop this lesson. But I pray that this lesson was edifying. The harmonious arrangement, the Tabernacle of David, the harps, the music, the dark speech, all of it. The style of war, speaking His words, and His words being fire in our mouth, and it devouring this kingdom, this Esau kingdom, the Sodomitish sea, as it says, as wood, and just burning it all down and devouring it, man. It's amazing. And I don't want to stop learning this, and I don't want to stop following this, and I don't want to stop being in this. This is becoming very important to me, man. And the brother, and I have the GMS brothers to thank for it, man. I was able to open up to them about an issue in my life, and they ministered to me, and the evidence of them ministering to me, I'm seeing it in my life, and I wouldn't give it up for anything, man. I am hopefully an elect. I hope to see Yahawashi. I hope to come through like pure gold. I'm not looking at Jacob's trouble as some scary thing anymore, man. I want to be so focused on this truth and the beauty and the staggering glory of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi that I'm under the influence of Him and His truth and His brilliance, that I'm not able to fully be freaked out about Jacob's trouble because I'm so busy being distracted by Yahawashi and the chariots and Him and precepting in my mind. That's what I want. I want to be so on fire. I'm sensing that's what's going to happen, man. I'm like, man, I don't want to freak out on Jacob's trouble. I don't want to be afraid to die. I don't want to be afraid. I'm not going to just give myself up. Here, come get me. But I don't want to be afraid to die, man. I want to honor Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi, and I want to be of service to his prophets, and I want to be a blessing to the Israelites, man. With anything I can do, I don't want to be in the way, man. So I'm gonna cut it short. Salaki for battling, man. But Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi, thank you for everything you've done. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi, B'Hashem Rakakadash, and I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, of whom I learned from, and a shalom to the hopeful elect taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the Hebrew Israelites to the marriage supper of the Lamb, Yahawashi. This is your brother Radah. Shalom.